Diggs has come out, and according to some people, RG3, for whatever that's worth, on the Rich Eisen show, you could see here. I think it's clear it's a personal thing between Josh and Diggs, as he's talked to Diggs people, and the heart of the issue is over the last 10 plays or so when they were down 17 points. Diggs didn't feel loved enough, didn't get the ball enough, didn't get targeted enough. And so, I heard that. So, okay, let me check. I watched the game a few times. So I went over the last 10 plays. And honestly, going over the last 10 plays, which I'm going to cover here today, play by play, it makes Diggs look like an idiot. I think the guy's digging his own grave because he's looking dumber and dumber, or more dumb, with everything that comes out of his mouth. Allen, when you go over those last 10 plays, really didn't have an opportunity. You might be able to point a little bit here, a little bit there, but, Diggs knows football. He's had to go over these plays. Did he even go over and look at this last 10 plays? If he has, it's so moronic. He should be looking at the situation, how they were even 17 points down. He should be looking at the snow. When you see it on live TV, the live coverage, totally different when you go into all 22 and they don't have all the fancy stuff to keep all the snow. It was nasty. And he should go back to Dorsey over the plays he calls and how to get Diggs open. Because really, Allen didn't have the opportunity. And you could take a look at this film. Now, maybe Diggs didn't look at it, and that would be even worse. So I'm not here to gloat. I got my own problems, if you don't know, with the number 10 of the Dolphins and his little thingamabob doing his ridiculousness. And then, I found out about his past, which I didn't know. So this is not about anything other than being honest football evaluation to give you Bills fans information so you're not led astray. Because even if you have subpar football knowledge and you go over this last stretch, and if this is genuinely his real gripe, then this guy, either A, he needs to go back to football class, B, he needs to watch the film he never watched, or C, he needs to go check his meds. Okay? So I just want to bring honest coverage to you guys here. I appreciate you coming by. I'm a Dolphins fan, but I do try to treat every team I cover with absolute integrity. So I appreciate you guys, because without you, without my sponsor, Ace Per Head, this show ain't going down. Ace Per Head's betting software is the premier white label platform for bookies to manage their players and grow their sportsbook operation. Click the link in the description below to get set up in minutes. Ask for the Curtis promo and get a special introductory discount. All right, so I'm going to go through the 10 plays. Going to have stills. I'm not going to do the film editing. I don't really think you need to. I'm going to show stills and then put insets and little doodads to show you how it played out in situations where they were. It'll be very clear. It's not rocket science. But I saw some Bills fans even say, Allen didn't play the best. This guy, if Burrow was asked to do what Allen did, he would have lost. It was a terrible. Did I say terrible? Game plan. And then the actual playing out of it was the play calls themselves were terrible. So you're going to see through these last 10 plays that Diggs has no, that's about it, reason to gripe. But no way should he stand in front of Allen at the end of the game and pull that stuff off. Dude, Allen should have got up and just knocked him out. It would have been good for him. It would have been good for the team. It would have been good for Diggs, because this is a joke. Okay, so here you go. Play one. Now, you can see Diggs at the bottom. He's doing a turnaround, a comeback. And he's got his eyes over here. You down 17 points. You can't dink and dunk all game. So Knox is breaking over on the post. And he throws a beautiful pass on that first play to Knox, who brings it down to the 40. You can see in the bottom, the little red inset. He catches the ball. It was a little behind, a little behind. Could have been out in a little front. Got to be fair with that. But then Knox gets it and takes it another 10 yards. So are you going to dump it off to basically bracketed coverage Diggs for, 5 yards? Or are you going to hit Knox for the 30? So I really don't see a reason to gripe on that one. Now, on this one, instant pressure, okay? Instant pressure. And you can see at the top of the screen with the orange circle, you see Diggs. He's doing a 10-yard comeback. Now, before Diggs even turns around, Allen's got a guy in his face. He's got his eyes on Diggs, so he's got to boot out and roll out. And the pressure's there. You can see the top red inset, and he's being chased from back and front, bracketed, throws the football away, nothing you can do. He couldn't throw the football early, because he hadn't even turned around, and the pressure was there instantaneously. So that's 2 plays. Diggs has no gripes. Okay? So play 3. You can see here, as soon as the ball snapped, there's a twist, I believe, and there's instant pressure inside. And you can see, now, Diggs might have a little bit to say on this one, but not when you pull it all together. You can see, all right, now the top red inset is the pressure that gets in. That pressure you see on the major inset right there, the pressure gets in, and then Diggs is on the opposite side of the field, down at the bottom. He's doing a post, maybe about an 8-yard post. So Allen's looking to the left. Now, he can't just stare at Diggs going down the field because he's obviously the primary target. So his goal might be look left and then come back right when the play breaks open. But he doesn't get a chance. The pressure's there. He gets a hand on his shoulder. He breaks free. And then he manages to throw the football down the field for another first down. And you can see that that's the bottom inset, the red inset. Now, the top right inset is where you could say Diggs was open. But this was well after the pressure got in. Allen, maybe you could have said Allen should have looked at him first, but he would have been sacked. So however you slice it, there was no opportunity here to get to Diggs, although Diggs was open, but broke open after the pressure. So play 4. So I would say 3 plays, no reason for gripe. So instantly you get Diggs doing a deep streak. And you can see that in the main inset. You see this pressure coming from the outside, and he's coming in free. And there's Diggs in the red circle. He's got the triangle. You can't throw it to him. And then you can see right here, Allen gets blasted on this one, and nothing comes from it. Allen takes another shot. Diggs was bracketed. Allen had pressure. There is no reason for Diggs to gripe through 4 plays. Now, I mean, you can gripe maybe to Dorsey and say, hey, you should have schemed it up better, but how can you blame Allen so far? But maybe there's a real reason for this whole brouhaha tantrum fit of Diggs. We'll see. So here you go. Ball, the main inset, you see Diggs at the top in the orange circle. He's got a safety over the top looking. He's got another safety coming out to the flats where he's going. It's a short out here that Diggs is going to run. And Allen's got his eyes on him. But when he realizes, hey, you know what? I'm not getting that much. Maybe I can get a long one deep to Knox going down the field, who's going to be one-on-one. So he keeps his eyes on Knox, and then he brings it back inside to Diggs and realizes there's nothing there. You know, maybe he gets hit and stopped. Let me run. And he runs, and he picks up about 8 on the play. So a little bit more than Diggs. Now, should Diggs be upset? Maybe he should have threw him the football instantly. But this is a game where you need 17 points. And you can't dink and dunk. And I can't fault Allen, who's hoping maybe the streaking tight end could get open for the big play. And in the end, while he didn't get the football, he wouldn't have done anything with it. And Allen still managed to pick up the same as what he would have had, or maybe a little bit more. So maybe he give you I want the ball. Okay? Yeah, I need it in my hands, But reality, the offense is still moving. And so if this is a team-oriented desire, hey, give me the football so I can get us to win, or just give me the football because I want the football, one is good and one is bad. At this stage, you got 5 plays, and Diggs has nothing to dig his heels into. How do you like that? So, play 6. All right, so you got Diggs, who's going to do he's going to do a short in, maybe like a 6-yard in for the first down, but instantly there's a twist on the outside. And you can see right here that Allen is waiting to hit somebody. You got 2 ins for the first down, but the pressure gets in, and you see Allen looking at Diggs, trying to get him, but he's got a defender 2 steps away, and he ain't going to get it to him because he's right in the window of Diggs. Allen somehow manages to fling that thing out there, and I believe it's Knox maybe who picks up the ball, and then they get the first down. So, 6 plays, 60% of Diggs' complaint has been, oh, let's see, maybe these last 3 plays are a reason to scream at your quarterback, have a tantrum, and then do your off-season baby job that Diggs is doing. We'll see. Maybe it's that bad. 3 plays. All right, so you got the first down. You managed to get that off, get the first down. And now you can see right here, Diggs is running a post. But again, he's in a 4-man bracket with another receiver there of the Bills. You got a safety eyeing you. You've got a cornerback playing over, running stride for stride. And really, in a game like this, where 1 turnover ends the whole thing, is it worth it after a first down? No. So maybe you could complain you should trust him and try to fit in that window. I think it would be foolish. And then you'd have something to blame Allen over. Or you could say he should have just thrown his way because he dumps it off to the back, the leaking back, who gets the ball, goes nowhere, and the clock runs. So good decision by Allen, I think, not to throw it. Diggs really doesn't have anything to complain about. But maybe you should have just thrown it away and stop the clock there. So, but there's nothing Diggs should really complain about. So next play. You got Allen, and you see Diggs. Diggs is a short comeback with 2 guys over him. You see there's 4 defenders and 3 receivers. And he's trying to get it to Diggs. He's trying to get something bigger, but he goes to Diggs and the ball gets deflected. Okay? And so he maybe could have got it out quicker. Maybe he could have been more decisive. Maybe he could have fit it through that window. But you're talking maybe 5-6 yards on this one. And he did try to get it to him, and the ball was deflected. So I still don't see any grievous. If this is the reason, it kind of falls very flat on its face at this stage. But we've got a couple plays left. Let's see. So now they come back, and this is after a false start. So the ball's been pushed back, okay? And they run a screen. So that's the call play. So I don't need to say much more about that. I mean, what are you going to do? It's the call play. So Diggs can't complain about that. So now here we go. Let's get into the last play. It is 4th down now. Okay? So this is the play that must be the play to generate all this animus from Diggs. Okay? If it is clearly about justice, and we don't know. We got to, see, but he doesn't talk. He just stomps his feet. So Allen gets the ball. He feels a little phantom pressure, which, you could say he maybe should have held his ground, but the guy's been pressured pretty much the whole game. No one's really open. You got to get that first down or the touchdown. And so maybe he could have hit that post inside, but you got a safety right there in a snowy game. He's going to get blasted. You don't got much on the outside. Maybe Cook all the way to the backside, but he's not seeing that. And now you got one-on-one at the bottom with the orange circle of Diggs and the safety. And so Then Allen, he realizes there's some decent coverage here. He feels the pressure, so he goes back to his route combinations to find something. But when he comes back, there's more combinations to left. You get the one-on-one, and he doesn't feel comfortable to hit Diggs. Now, maybe he could have put it right in there. Maybe he should have put it right in there. But there's already pressure all around. Now, I would say he should have just put it up there. He should have just believed in it, but it was basically the game. You come back to the other side, there isn't many there's many receivers open, so he brings it back again to the other side. And now Diggs is breaking open, and he's eyeing Diggs. But now the problem is you've got two routes coming across from each other, and you got pressure coming in right in front of his face. Maybe he should have thrown it in there. Maybe this is what Diggs' whole upset is about. But that's a pretty tight window in a snowy game with pressure in your face. But Allen's got a strong arm, and so maybe he should have just went to Diggs. And the fact that he didn't throw it over the top to start with or didn't drive the ball in here, maybe this is the reason why he's upset. I could be a little upset about that, but I don't know. So then the play comes in here. You got the pressure in the face. And look how tight it is when he's ready to throw. Now, he's got a guy right in his face when he lets go the football. You can see in the bottom blue inset. In the purple inset, you can see it's a little behind to Davis, and it gets deflected. Now, the guy that really was open, and I don't know who it was the guy doing a deep post on the left side of the field. Now, I don't know what the deal is, whether that was a broken pass play, a broken route where he altered it, or Allen should have been waiting a little bit more. But there's still pressure here. At this stage in the orange box, Diggs isn't continuing through his path because he understands he's going to crash into him. So he turns back around, so there's no way to hit him. So it has to be Davis at this stage or that post over the top. But Diggs is really not the guy I think that you could have hit, except if you just had lofted it up over there. But that's kind of a real, I don't know. That's a real stretch to get that angry over that situation. So there you go. That's the whole series. I think that the first 9 or plays or whatever it is, there is absolutely zero reason for complaints. You could have said, hey, it's you and me, one-on-one. It's the game. It's not even a game. It's just a touchdown to stay in the game. Throw it to me over the top. I'll get it. But if you go back, you'll see Allen immediately had happy feet. And those happy feet were generated by getting hit all day, by not running the football, and poor protection. And so while maybe if I'm Diggs, I could say, hey, you should have, maybe when I broke out, but still, the main impetus is, why didn't we run the football like the Bengals? Why didn't we have a balanced offense like the Bengals? Why did we try to throw deep in nasty, snowy weather? I think that's the only real legitimate complaint Diggs has, other than maybe this one play should have just thrown it over the top. Now, maybe he has complaints about other things through the rest of the game. I can go check that out too, but I don't remember. The guy, he had the most catches thrown to out of anybody on the Bills. I just think the Bengals said, hey, we know what these guys are doing. We're ahead. We can put our ears back. Let's box off Diggs. And Dorsey didn't do a great job of getting him free. And so ultimately, looking over these plays, I think Diggs is even more ridiculous if it truly is about these last 10 plays and it's on Allen. Now, he said, if that's what makes you feel good, big dog. I don't think he's going to call McDermott big dog. I think big dog would be Allen. And so to me, it's clearly about Allen, but it's clearly off-centered. But that's for you to decide. You have the little film stills here to make your choice. I just don't see it. I think it's out of whack. And I hope for you guys it gets resolved, because he's got the film. He's got the coaches. He could talk to these guys. And I just don't see it at all. Anyway, Curtis saying thanks for stopping by. I don't want to see my guy Hill miss games or be a jackass. I don't want your guy Diggs to miss games or be a jackass. I want us to have our teams as fans to enjoy our teams for the season and watch them win and lose based on who they are, not jackassery that's going on. So I hope the best for you guys. I do hope I win, but not through these ridiculous conditions if somehow this explodes or becomes aggravated. I could do some more coverage about McDermott and such, but I'm not going to. I'll do that another time. I thought this was a good focus. Anyway, Curtis saying thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time. Be well. See you soon. Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with aceBread.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.